Hey folks, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. Hope everyone's doing well. And for those for whom it's applicable, thank God it's Friday. Beautiful sunny day here today. Sadly, not a day that I had scheduled to play golf. It's a day that I am scheduled to go and somehow retrieve a very big tree that has fallen down across my fence line. So I shall be dragging that out into the field and then bucking it up and removing it. So that's my plan for today. Anyhow, to boxing, which is far more interesting than my plans. Firstly, I noticed that there is no 5v5 between Queensberry and Matchroom. We were promised a 5v5, were we not? If memory serves me right, there was talk of it being August time. As we know, the last time, Queensberry wiped the floor with Matchroom. All 5 Queensberry fighters prevailed, and all 5 Matchroom fighters, including one that was brought in as a bit of a ringer, lost. So I don't know. I don't know if that says anything about Eddie Hearn. I don't know if it says anything about Matchroom. I don't know if it says anything about the bromance possibly ending. All I know is there's no 5v5. So, anyhow, this video is not about the 5v5. It's about next weekend, 7th of June, the big heavyweight fight, FABIO WARDLEY and Justis Huni. Now, as you all know, if you've been watching this channel, I like FABIO WARDLEY. FABIO WARDLEY is one of my favorite heavyweight boxers. I very much like FABIO WARDLEY's story, how he came from a non-amateur background, a white-collar fighter. He's a very articulate guy. He's got a great career in commentating, broadcasting. He's also got he's had a great career in boxing. He's already British champion. She's now relinquished, of course. David Adelaide is the champion at the moment. But FABIO WARDLEY's had an astonishing run of success. And I'm a big booster, you know. So on June the 7th, he's going to be facing Justis Huni. They're going to be fighting at Portman Road, which is the home pitch for Ipswich Town Football Club, which is, of course, FABIO WARDLEY's team. FABIO WARDLEY is an Ipswich lad. So it's going to have very much home crowd support. It's an interesting step up in class for both these fighters. Now, we always think it's an interesting step up in class for Hooni, but it's also a step up in class for WARDLEY, and I'll get to that in a minute. It's very much, of course, a step up for Hooni. You know, I'm not saying it's an equal step up. It's a step up in class for both, but more so for Hooni, I guess. Hooni's record is 12-0. 7 by way of. He's only 26 years old. I would describe him as very good all-round, promising all-round. I've gone back over and looked at all his fights now as well, since this fight was announced. He's better than I initially, when it was announced that, you know, Jarrell Miller wasn't taking part, and I was thinking, oh, maybe Hrgovic. And then it was Hooni, and I was like, you know, sort of a bit grumpy maybe. But in part, thanks to people who are subscribers to this channel, I've revised my thinking. And I think that Hooni is certainly got a very decent chance. Promising, yeah, very promising all around. Not a big puncher though, which I mean, certainly big enough, but not a renowned puncher. Now, he hasn't really fought anybody of note, because, of course, he's still developing, right? And this is the kind of conversation we have about Moses Itoma, and we have about other, people who were looking really good. And you almost, you want to push them, right? Come on. See them fight a number 10, a top 10. But he is still developing. By far the best win on his record is Kevin Lerena. Kevin Lerena, who dropped Daniel Dubois. Interesting how the 3 knockdown rule was ignored on that occasion. But Kevin Lerena is definitely Hooni's best. Now, Wardley's 30, still prime, especially for heavyweights. 18 wins, 17 by way of. No losses, 1 draw. Now, I've got to be careful because I really like Fabio, so I don't want to be silly biased here. I would say that Fabio is not super skilled in that technical way that somebody who's been boxing since they were effectively a child has learned a lot of technical skills. But he's fast, he's explosive, he's hard-hitting, he's durable. He's got a killer instinct. And Fabio hits like a superpower button. When he's hit and he's injured and things are looking, bit bleak for him, he hits that superpower button and he goes into some sort of overdrive. Now, his level of competition, like that of Hooni, is not great. It's a little bit distorted because, of course, he had these 2 great fights with Fraser Clark, and it makes it look almost a bit better than it really was, right? The first fight with Fraser Clark went the distance, of course, an absolute back and forth war, great fight. Second one, totally destructive. He blew Fraser Clark out of the water. But Fraser Clark is no doubt Fabio's best win, right? So Fraser's got Fabio as his best. Sorry, Fabio's got Fraser Clark as his best win, and Justis Huni has got Kevin Lerena as his best win. So the question is, who's the best, Kevin Lerena or Fraser Clark? Kind of a wash in a way. Maybe Kevin Lerena. So they've had similar level of competition. Fabio's had more professional fights, but of course Justis has the amateur pedigree, right? They're roughly the same height. 6'4", 6'5". And they traditionally fight at roughly the same weight, in that low 240s. So I'm not worried about the weigh-in or anything like that. I don't think weight's going to be an issue here. It's hard to pick. I mean, Hooni can be hit. There's no doubt about it. Defensively, not blessed. And Wardley hits like a locomotive. There's 2 ways this fight can go. It could be like Fraser Clark fight 1, in which case Hooni outboxes Fabio. It's a hard fight. It's back and forth. Potentially either or both boxers could touch down. But it's Hooni on points over a tough fight. Not a romp away points victory, but a close one. That's how it could go. Now, with the crowd roaring, and Fabio being what Fabio is like, it could go another way. And it could go that Hooni gets knocked out because Fabio catches him. And if Fabio can catch him and hurt him, Fabio's going to go all out, killer instinct. I think that the crowd is going to play a role here. I think that there's going to be so much emotion in the air that it's going to allow Fabio to dig deep and produce that knockout. I'm going to go with a Fabio Wardley stoppage. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong, of course. I mean, and if I am wrong, it'll be a Hooni points win. I don't think Hooni can stop Fabio. And I don't think Fabio can win on points in a boxing match. But I do think that Fabio can stop Justis Huni. That's where I'm going to settle myself on. A Fabio Wardley stoppage. I'm very much hoping for a Fabio Wardley win, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing about Justis Huni. I hope Justis Huni puts a good fight on, and I hope that Justis Huni's stock rises. Because, as a loser, you can still, rise in the eyes of the public, right? But that's where I'm going to go. Let me know what you think in the comment section of this YouTube video. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. So there we go. Fabio Wardley by stoppage. Wherever you are in the world, have a fabulous day, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.